A very good morning, students. Welcome back to the class How Do We Fall Ill? In the last class, we have discussed about the significance of health. In this class, we are going to move on to the other topic distinction between healthy and disease free. We can think of it as disease disturbed ease. Disease, in other words, literally means being uncomfortable. However, the word is used in more limited meaning. We talk of disease when we find a specific and particular cause for discomfort. This does not mean that we have to know the absolute final cause. When we can say that someone is suffering from diarrhea without knowing exactly what has caused the loose motion. Simply not being diseased is not the same as being healthy. Good health for a dancer means being able to stretch his body into difficult but graceful position. For different people, a good health means what happens? It is going to vary. For a teacher, good health means it is being able to take a class. And for a student, good health means to study and even to play and even to sing other things. We can now easily see that it is possible to be in poor health but actually suffering from a particular disease. Simply not being diseased is not the same as being healthy. Good health for a dancer may mean being able to stretch his body into difficult but graceful positions. On the other hand, good health for a musician may mean having enough breathing capacity in his or her lungs to control the notes from his or her flute. When we think about health, we think about the societies and even communities. Illness, pain, agony. So, all these are nothing but just pictures. So, diseases and causes. What does disease look like? How do we know that there is something wrong with the body? There are many tissues in the body. These tissues make up physiological symptoms or organ systems that carry out body functions. Each of the organ systems has specific organs as its parts and it has particular functions. The digestive system has the stomach and intestine and it helps to digest food taken in from outside the body. You just imagine in the stomach, if the food which is intaken, if it is not digested by the fluids in the stomach, and in the intestine, if the food is not completely digested, means thereby what happen? The proteins or the nutrients from the food will not be able to absorb by the tissues which are present. So if the tissues are not going to absorb, means what happen? For the whole body there is no energy. So here from the intestine, what happen? The whole body will get upset. At the similar way, the musculoskeletal system, which is made up of bones and muscles, hold the body parts together and helps the body to move. If something happens to the muscles, so thereby what happens? We cannot be able to move our bones, isn't it? Thus so the muscles and the bones play a very important role. So thereby what happens? They go in parallel for any functions. So that is why they are telling either the functioning or appearance of one or more symptoms of the body will change for the worse. These changes give rise to symptoms and signs of a disease. Acute and chronic diseases. So, what do you mean by the word acute and chronic? Acute is nothing but which is a short life, and chronic is nothing but a long life. The manifestation of disease, which will be different depending on a number of factors. One of the most obvious factors that determine how we perceive the disease is its duration. So, depending on the duration, the disease is going to classify into two types. Some disease last only very short period of time and these are called acute diseases. For example, sneezing, coughing or even common cold or even a viral fever. They are going to call it as which one? They are acute diseases. The example lasts only here common cold and it lasts only for a few days. The other ailments can last for a long time, even as much as lifetime and are called chronic diseases. Example, infection causing elephantiasis. You can see here the elephantiasis is nothing but the swollen of legs, isn't it? So here the thing what happened here, the legs has been affected by this elephantiasis. So if these legs are becoming swollen, thereby what happened? This man becoming a weaker in health. because by the time whenever he is going to walk or move, he will be feeling suffocating, or he will be feeling very pain. So by the time he feels very pain, thereby what happens, he may not be able to move here and there, and he requires more lot of energy for the movement and even for the other activities. Since the legs has been affected, so thereby what happen, even for the moment the whole body is going to have certain kind of a changes. That's how they are telling, if any diseases which last for a long time, they are going to call it as which one, that is a chronic diseases. So chronic diseases and a poor health. As we can imagine, acute and chronic diseases, we have different effects on our health. Any diseases that causes poor functioning of some parts of the body will affect our general health as well as. As an example, think about a cough and cold which all of us have from time to time. Most of us get better and become well within a week or so. And there is no bad effects on our health. We do not lose weight, we do not become short breath, we do not feel tired all the time because of a few days of cough and cold. But if we get infected with a chronic disease such as tuberculosis of our lungs, then being ill over the years does makes us lose weight and feel tired all the time, because hereby the tuberculosis is affected. Tuberculosis means nothing but mainly affecting the lungs. So the sputum, if it is start collecting in a kind of a lungs, there will be a bacterial infection. As the infection goes on, what happened thereby, he can see that is a person who is suffering from TB will have short breath, and even continuously he start to cough. By the time whenever he continuously start to cough, thereby what happened, chest pain and even stomach pain he will be having, and so thereby what happened, he will be having fever in common, and that's why what happened, he will become weak because of coughing and even other things. That's how they are telling, he will be feeling tired for all the time, and if the medicine is not taken, means thereby what happened, even the bones which are present or the tissues which are present will be eaten up by number of bacteria. We may not go to school for a few days if we have an acute disease, but later we will go. But if we are getting an chronic means, this will make difficult for us to follow what is being taught in school and reduce our ability to learn, because chronic diseases will not be able to make us to go for a school for a longer time. For 2 to 3 days if we are not going to school, means thereby what happened, we can somehow manage and learn. But for a longer time like months together, if you are not going to school, means thereby what happened, to follow the lessons or even to follow the chapters, what happened, will become difficult for us. That is why long term effects on the people health, what happened, will cause us a number of problems. Causes for the diseases. What causes diseases? When we think about causes of diseases, we must remember that there are many levels of such causes. Look at as an example. If there is a baby suffering from loose motions, we can say that the cause of the loose motion is an infection with a virus. So the immediate cause of the diseases is a virus. But the next question is, where did the virus come from? Suppose we find that the virus came through unclean drinking water, but many babies must have had this unclean drinking water. So, why is it that one baby developed loose motion when the other babies did not? One reason might be that this baby is not healthy. As a result, it might be more likely to have disease when exposed to risk, whereas healthier babies could not. Why is the baby not healthy? Perhaps because it is not well nourished and does not get enough food. That is, a well nourished food is not available for that baby. So, lack of good nourishment becomes a secondary level cause for the disease the baby is suffering from. Further, why is the baby not well nourished? Perhaps because it is a form of household which is really poor. Is it also possible that a baby has some genetic differences that makes it more likely to suffer from loose motions when exposed to such viruses? So here we can say that is they will be having two problems. One is they maybe have a chance of that is genetic, differences it may be, or even a poor nourishment. So all these things what happen will mainly affect on the health of a child.